All right, man, it's February, and already the New York Jets new head coach, Aaron Glenn, immediately forming his staff with a major addition, who is running the defense now on the Jets organization. Maxx Crosby is excited about the new head coach of Vegas, Pete Carroll, and is the NFL really pushing for a three-peat for the Kansas City Chiefs? We got you, man. We got you right here. We're going to talk about all this. We're going to talk about Maxx Crosby. We're going to talk about the Jets defense, and we're going to talk about those cheating refs right here on the Sports Talk Show.
Can't accept the loss, I'm hard-headed. There's a little bit of madness to my method. Many falling off that fine line that I'm treading. I risk anything to be great, and I'm not letting nobody rob me of my victory. Number one, that's what I'm meant to do. When by any means, only thing that makes sense to me, I can make nice or make history. I got that dog in me, yeah. Turn me up, big energy, got the crowd going nuts. I got that dog in me, yeah. I take on anyone, I don't need a one-on-one. I got that dog in me, yeah. I'm talking all bite, no bark, I could rip your squad apart. I got that dog in me, so what's up? Yeah, so what's up? I told him move over, enough of that mediocre. I've been the man since cruising around in the stroller. I got ice in my veins like a cut in Minnesota. Why not show you how I'm built? Come a little closer, ayy. Lot of heart, been smart, aura gotta glow. We can restart, give head start, still get the same result. I'm about mine, don't you get it confused. I'ma win again, yeah, that's all that I do. I got that dog in me, yeah.
All right, man, we thank you so very much for being here with us on this Saturday afternoon, wherever in the world you are sitting or standing or laying right now, man. We are the Rooted Sports Podcast, and we are the podcast that is going to give you the very best opinion and analysis on the hottest news going on in the National Football League. This show is sponsored by SeatGeek and Bonfire. And I want to introduce a new sponsor, Lokia. That's Lokia. There's a company that makes beaded bracelets like this. You know, those beaded bracelets that's pretty popular for men. They make beaded bracelets, man, for men and women as well. Now they are officially partnered with the NFL and MLB. So check out Lokia. Lokia.com. They have all 32 NFL team bracelets. So you can support your team and grab your bracelet. You can click on the link in the description box right below this video, and you can use the promo code Real to Sports Podcast. All that is down. All the information is right up under the description box below. I want to thank Lokia for being a partner officially of the Real to Sports Podcast. Thank you so much for reaching out and the collab with us. We hope to do you proud. And again, you guys go get you some bracelets, man. My guys will have theirs soon. Man. And like I said, all 32 teams. You can get your colored bead bracelet with the logo and everything for the Lolo. And once you use promo code, get 20% off. 20% off, man. All courtesy of the Rooted Sports Podcast. So use that promo code. Make sure you do that and go grab your bracelet. I'm sitting here with two of the all-time greats. Y'all know who they are, but I got to say who they are for the first time. If you're watching this show for the very first time, ladies and gentlemen, he is the OG of this fine establishment. He is the OG, the wisdom, the biotech extraordinaire, ladies and gentlemen. And he represents the mighty 14-2 Minnesota Vikings. Congratulations to Sam Darnold, NFL Comeback Player of the Year, and Kevin O'Connell. He is the NFL 2024 NFL Coach of the Year, representing the mighty Minnesota Vikings. He is the legend, the legendary Q-Dog.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Glad y'all tuning in today. Congratulations to Kevin O'Connor, and also congratulations to Sam Donald for resurrecting his career and being the comeback player of the year, and also Kevin O'Connor. And that says a lot about their collaboration this year, how they was able to be productive and communicate with each other and make each other great. Also, congratulations to Kevin O'Connor getting an extension. And so we look forward to taking it to the next level. We're patching up a few things. But otherwise, not glad for y'all be tuning in today. We got a few topics that we're going to hit home on today that's going on around in the NFL. So sit tight, get your hot chocolate, and get ready for the Bulls to get right with you today.
Skull. Still gonna skull.
Still gonna skull, baby. Skull.
Skull, baby. Yes, sir. Oh, man, I got my day one in the building. He's the day one. Oh, my goodness, the day one. He is part of the black hole, always. We may not be there, but he's still part of the black hole, representing the three-time Super Bowl champion, the Las Vegas Raiders. He's Oklahoma State Cowboy alumni. He's in the building. The man is a professional wrestling archive himself. He's the wrestling trivia champion. He is Mr. Day One, Mr. Episode, Young Mark.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Happy to be here with you guys today. I just want to say, I know we got a Super Bowl coming up and All-Star Weekend, but let's not forget that it's February 1st, which means it is officially Black History Month.
Yes.
Incredibly thankful for to all the great generations of African Americans who paved the way for us to be here today. Three Black men on a podcast getting to talk freely and openly about sports or whatever's going on in life. You can't take that for granted because not too long ago we wouldn't be allowed to do this. So happy Black History Month, everybody.
Yeah, man. Oh my goodness. I should even, man, I feel bad. I feel bad, but oh well. That's bad on my part. But it is Black History Month. It is Black History Month, baby. All right, let's get this show started, man. Let's get this show started. We're not going to hold you guys, man, but we got to get, man, boy, I'll tell you, the Jets are making moves, making $1 million moves.
I was waiting on it.
The Jets, ladies and gentlemen, the Jets agreed to terms. I'm so excited. I'm not even a Jet fan. But the Jets agreed to terms with Steve Wilks. I repeat, Steve Wilks to become Gang Green's defensive coordinator. I think that, you know what? That deserves another one. Hey. Steve Wilks, man. Holy shit. I'm a Steve Wilks fan, bro. Oh, man. But anyway, New York Jets rookie head coach Aaron Glenn has his defensive coordinator, and he's adding plenty of experience to his coaching staff. Steve Wilks has agreed to terms with the Jets to become the new defensive coordinator. This is by Tom Pelissero. Sorry, Tom. Glenn and the Jets are also expected to add Denver Broncos assistant Chris Banjo as their special teams coordinator. This is by Mike Garafolo. Wilks was most recently the San Francisco 49ers defensive coordinator in 2023 and previously was the Arizona Cardinals head coach in 2018 and the Carolina Panthers interim coach in 2022. His introductory can't even talk today, news conference on Monday, Glenn said he doesn't plan to call defensive plays. Thus, the former Detroit Lions defensive coordinator's addition of Wilks is a pivotal one. Wilks was out of the NFL in the 2024 season, but the 55-year-old should provide ample wisdom and perspective for Glenn to lean on if needed. Wilkes began his NFL coaching career tenure in 2005 as a secondary coach for Washington. He's also been with the Chicago Bears, the Chargers, the Panthers, and Cleveland Browns. His first defensive coordinating job was with the Carolina Panthers in 2017, and he held the same position for Cleveland. And as aforementioned, the 49ers. With San Francisco, Wilkes helmed the number 3 defense in points scored, but was moved on from after a Super Bowl loss, which was some plain out bullshit. But in New York, Wilkes will find a wealth of defensive talent, such as brothers like Quentin and Quincy Williams, cornerback Sauce Gardner, and burgeoning defensive end Will McDonald. Glenn, who is also adding Lions tight end coach Steve Hayden as the offensive line coach per Pelissero, and he has made the first major addition to his staff. So I am excited about this. So let's go with the dog. Let's go with the legends since we're on defense, and I think Q has a big sniff for defense here. Is this Q? For the Jets, for the New York Jets, is this upgrade? This is an upgrade or a downgrade, you think, for the New York Jets by the addition of Steve Wilkes?
Oh man, that's definitely an upgrade. I don't see why you would think anything else otherwise. The man been proven to bolster defenses everywhere he goes.
Mm-hmm.
And just the matter of fact that this defense right here is not a defense that needs work. You know, they already got skills players on defense already. You know what I'm saying? So all he has to come in and stay with and just do his part as far as his mastery of getting defensive players motivated. I just want to say, first of all, congratulations to Aaron Glenn for getting a coaching job. And I like his personality.
That's right.
He's a player's coach, and I think these guys will go through a brick wall for him. I really do. I think him himself, or the person that he is, I think himself alone brings a new identity to the Jets. This is a guy. He knows what he's doing. And I think that, with Wilkes and I think that those two minds together, those two brothers together, will propel the Jets to something that they probably haven't seen in a while. This amazing hiring. Congratulations to Steve Wilkes. I think he'll be real successful up there with the Jets and with the pieces that he have to work with. And the sky's the limit for them up there in the AFC East. There's a new sheriff in town, Aaron Glenn, and he's gonna mean business, and they're gonna know out the gate.
Yeah,
this man, he's a leader of men. I really think he is, and I think he will get these guys motivated to play, to be competitive, and bring back, the toughness, the toughness and the grit of NFL football that we like. So great hire for the Jets and great hire for Steve Wilkes.
Yeah, I agree with the dog, man. Mr. Episode, with the addition of Steve Wilkes, man, do you think that the Jets defense can finally compete with the elite offensives in the NFL, preferably starting in the AFC East with the Buffalo Bills?
I think they can, because what Steve Wilkes brings to the table is what the Jets defense really needs. The Jets defense got kind of tired of carrying the load in the previous years under Zach Wilson when he was there, and then this year when things just fell apart with Aaron Rodgers. If you looked at that Jets defense, it didn't look like they were playing as a team. They looked like they were playing as 11 individuals. And one thing that I know that Coach Wilkes can do is rally a team together and unite them even when things are going bad, even when things aren't going the way that they want. When he was the interim coach in Carolina, we saw that they went from literally being dead in the water to being on the verge of making the playoffs that year.
Exactly.
So I think if he can do that with that team and in the situation that they were in, I'm really hopeful he can do that to the Jets defense as well and get them back together, because it's a lot of talent over there. If he can get them all on the same accord and all on the same page, they'll be a force to be reckoned with. No matter if you are Josh Allen or if you're Tua and the Dolphins, it won't matter. That defense will be force you to bring your lunch pail with you to work.
Yeah. I like both of you guys. I like both of you guys' comment, man. Q said that he's a man among men, and I like that. He, the Jets, man. I think I'll just ask Q. Q, what do you think, Q, that the majority? I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm not. I'm talking about not talent wise, but the Jets as men, as a team.
I mean, yeah, just like Mark said, and we all agree that they got a hell worth of talent over there. It's just that they haven't got nobody in there to bring out the best in these guys.
There you go.
And I think Aaron Glenn is that type of coach. I think he's the type of coach that they know that he's coming from a winning organization. He's coached a pretty good defense in Detroit, and so this man know what he's talking about. He's been around for a long time. Plus, he's an ex-player on defense. He's been a cornerback for that same team. That's ironic. For that same team, he was number 31, and he played for that same team.
Look at him.
He can go back. He can go back on them and let them know, hey man, I've been where y'all at. On this same in the same city for this same team. And I think that's going to resonate with these players. I think a lot of times, sometimes you get a talented team, but they got to be able to resonate with the coach. And I think this is the type of coach he's going to get these guys, to the level where their potential, where they're supposed to be, and not being just on the bottom all the time with all this talent. There's no way. And so I think, I think he's a leader of men, bro. And I believe that this man will get these guys to the place. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's going to take, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they're going to do anything dramatic in the first year, but you will see some improvement. You definitely will. You won't be able to take them lightly. You're going to have to fight this team. You're just kind of team now that you're going to have to fight. You're going to fight to get yours. That's going to be president from day one. You're going to have to fight to get yours.
Yeah, I
especially
agree.
On offense. Fight to get it.
I agree. I agree with the dog again. I agree with him again because these offenses is getting more quicker and a little bit more. How can I say it? Tricky in a way. So, but they go back. One more question. Go ahead, Mark.
I was just gonna say, but that's also a very important piece of the puzzle here with the Jets as well, because no matter who they have a head coach, no matter who they have a defensive coordinator, if we see another year where that great defense is having to carry a virtually non-existent offense, dudes are going to get frustrated and be wanting to bail. And I don't care who you are coaching, you won't be able to fix that.
So it kind of walk into my question for you, Mark, again, is with the addition of Aaron Glenn and Steve Wilks, we already know Steve Wilks' pedigree. We know his pedigree. The guy mentioned the Super Bowl. Everywhere he goes, he changed things around, right? So do you think now that the Jets can finally get over that hump and make the playoffs? And I know things are what it is right now, but again, with the pedigree of Wilks and Aaron Glenn, like you stated, that the great job that he did, he never been head coach, but the great job that he did with the Detroit Lions defense, and Steve Wilks, who's been to the Super Bowl, with a defense, with those two together, do you think that the Jets can finally get over the hump and make the playoffs?
Emphatically no.
Okay.
Emphatically no, because again, it doesn't matter what they bring to the table on defense. You have to be able to put up points on offense to be able to hang in the National Football League. That's just the way it goes. You're not going to have another 2000s Ravens, and especially not another 1985 Bears in today's day and age. It's not going to happen. So no matter how good that defense is, no matter how good the staff is and how good the players are, if Aaron Rodgers or whoever is leading that offense can't put up any points, can't create a spark, can't do anything at all with the ball, it's not going to matter. That's why I'm like incredibly curious to see what they do at quarterback. Are they going to be able to keep Garrett Wilson happy and make him want to come back? Because word on the street is he's very disgruntled there. And who's going to be calling the plays? Nathaniel Hackett didn't work. The dude before him didn't work. You don't have a young quarterback on the roster. So if you get rid of Aaron Rodgers, you're going to be relying on Tyrod Taylor.
Tyrod Taylor.
But Tyrod's the Asian vet.
No, hell no. It is bad with Tyrod Taylor. It's bad. That's bad. We got Tyrod Taylor. He's not as good.
That's where my concern is with this team right now. Like, how are you going to get that offense to finally turn around? Is it going to take, I know hosts ain't going to like this, but is it going to take making a move like bringing in Coach Gruden and taking their chances with a free agent quarterback?
It's a good idea.
That would be the quickest fix to get it turned around, but they need something on offense to be able to keep up with the defense.
I agree. I totally agree. And it seems like you're aiming specifically more at number 8, and number 8 is a big red flag because his age, and he's just Aaron Rodgers. I mean, come on, everybody out there in the world that's watching. Yeah, we all know Aaron Rodgers. It's not Aaron Rodgers no more. It's just not.
It's not that. I mean, dude's a locker room cancer, in my humble opinion. He's
That's
very
true too.
egotistical. Spotlight always has to be on him. He's always yapping and talking to the media, always leaking stuff. He's just never happy. He's just one of those dudes that it seems like
when he's losing.
Even when he's winning, he doesn't seem like he can be happy because he was winning a lot in Green Bay, and then we saw how he forced his way out of there and how that situation deteriorated. So, and then looking at what he did to the Jets locker room this year, Garrett Wilson literally, from what I read, wanted to jump ship because he just couldn't take working with Aaron Rodgers no more. So, yeah, I just don't see any reason to bring him back. And
I think you're right in a way, Mark, because Woody Johnson who's the owner of the Jets. I think Woody Johnson's probably getting tired of his ass. And now you're bringing in 2 guys. I know he's the defensive coordinator, but not what I just say like this. Now you're bringing in a guy that's pretty no nonsense. He's all about team. Aaron Glenn is all about team. He's all about team. And I think maybe Woody Johnson is like, okay, this is not working. I brought in a future Hall of Famer. That is, we can't discount Aaron Rodgers as a Hall of Famer. Oh, he's future. He's going to be first ballot. No matter how we like it, he's going to be first ballot. But I mean, he got 500 touchdowns, bro. I mean, you got to put him up in the upper echelon as quarterback, at least top 10.
Ever. I just want him to get that same treatment that Terrell Owens got on his struggle to get into the Hall of Fame. That's all I want.
It ain't gonna happen.
Because all the stuff you said about him, you can equally say about Aaron Rodgers.
Well, it ain't gonna happen because T.O. don't have a Super Bowl, and then B, Aaron Rodgers is a quarterback, and quarterbacks is gonna get the royal treatment. Especially you're a Green Bay Packer quarterback, one of the most prestigious franchises in sports.
No comment.
No comment. But to go back to Wilkes, man, I think it's a good man. I'm a big Wilkes fan. I like Wilkes, man. And immediately when I seen it, that's why I had to talk about it today, man. I was like, damn, the Jets, man. The Jets gonna be flying all over the place. You know why? Because Steve Wilkes is a zone coverage dude. He is heavy as hell on that zone coverage, and I guarantee you, there's going to be a lot of nickel packages in that Jets. Is going to be a lot defense. Is going to be a lot of cover 4s. It's going to be blitz because the Jets didn't even blitz last year. You know they was 30th in the league in blitzing? 30th. They didn't even blitz. But Wilkes, he blitzes. And you remember in the Super Bowl, Alden Smith, 91, he was getting in on Patrick Mahomes. He shut half of that game down, Alden Smith, number 91. Now he plays for the Jacksonville Jaguars. But
you talking about Armstead.
I'm sorry, not Alden Smith, Armstead.
Alden Smith is old school.
Yeah, I'm tripping. 91 though. That's a fact. Oh boy, he was nice. We had him too. He messed up, but anyway. Yeah. But yeah, he whacked what's the name? Fitzpatrick in the head. But anyway, God, that was I wanted that Miami game. Jesus. But anyway, but yeah, man, I see the man. I'm telling you, blitz is gonna be back with the Jets. It's gonna be some nickel packages. With the it's gonna be that 4-3. Because that's his game, bro. It's gonna be a lot of zone blitzing, and that's his game, man. Like I study his not his playbook because it's. I'm not gonna even go there. I got papers all over the place. Just plays. I can't put it in the camera, but anyway, but yeah, definitely gonna be zoning, and it's good for a guy like Sauce Gardner, who's 6'4". So because tall receivers need to see if they play man to man, they're gonna get. They can't. I mean, the most they can do is jam. But if you get somebody with some feet like Tyreek Hill, and he gone like that, it ain't gonna work for Sauce. But if I know he's gonna go in zone. That way he's tall, he can see the field. The Jets defense gonna be nice. I think they're gonna be nice, Q. I think so. I think the Jets. I know Mark was talking about the offense, and the offense may be suspect, but I'm gonna tell you something. That defense wasn't bad under Jeff Albrecht. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't terrible.
You gotta look at it from
and they played more man-to-man with Albrecht. They played more man-to-man with Albrecht. They was in cover ones, well, most of the time with Albrecht, cover one man-to-man on both sides. But what you about to say, Mark?
I said it's not so much of a talent issue with them. It's just like I said, if they go through what this would be like year 4 or 5 in a row of them having to carry the team because the offense can't get out of first gear. I don't think any coach is gonna be able to resurrect that. I really think that would be the detriment to that team. Potentially that could be what leads to that defense getting blown up and all that talent being dispersed.
Yeah. Well, some do got to give. And Q ought to know this too, because I'm just using Q is because, Minnesota runs a 4-3. I mean, they go 3-4 sometimes too, but Flores, he runs a 4-3 because he don't have, his secondary is not as fast. You got Gilmore's out there. So Gilmore needs to see the field. Like Harrison Smith, he needs to see the field. You need to see. Put him in zone. Okay? I'm telling you. Those guys, I use Flores because Flores is similar, but Flores is smash mouth. He's smash mouth. He's zero gap blitz. He coming through. But here, Wilkes is more calculated. He's gonna hit you with zone because he played. on the nickel because he want that pass. He want more interceptions. He don't really give a shit about the sacks. He want interceptions. But I'm gonna stop talking about him. But I think it's good for the Jets, man. I know Jet fans should be really excited about this. This is a big pickup for them. And we will see later on who will be the offensive coordinator, because I agree with Mark. You can go to the Super Bowl with a good defense, but can you win it? You need a complete team these days. Now, back in the 80s, and Q, you can vouch for this. That defensive did win championships back in the day, but not no more. You need offense and defense. Go ahead, Q.
Well, you got to predicate that. You got to understand that Buffalo's in that defense, and Buffalo, no matter what kind of defense that they play, they score points.
Yes, sir.
Josh
that's a prime example. That's a prime example.
That's the thing about it. That they're just too good of an offense that they think you're gonna keep them up under 10 points. That ain't gonna happen. For this defense to be like that, like Mark said, with this type of offense, you're gonna have to keep teams up under 10 points to save your offense that can't score points. But that's not the way it works no more. No, I don't think no defense can keep somebody up under that because offense is just too good. We got too many good skilled players. And so your offense is going to have to score some type of points. I mean, if a pretty good defense, I look at a pretty good defense, you're going to have your whole team's up under 18, right at 18, right 18, no over 20 points, a pretty good solid defense. But then at your offense, you got to score at least 24. You know, close to 30 or something. You know what I'm saying? So that's how your offense is going to have to be. You know, I mean, and like I say, unless you got a defense that can keep somebody up under 10 points. But that defense, no defense is going to
totally agree. No.
You got to look at the big dog. The big dog in the NFC. The big dog in the NFC East is the Buffalo Bills. That's the big dog. Yeah. He means A. So, yeah. It is what it is. You're going to play them twice a year?
Yeah, you're right. Buffalo, 5 years in a row, they won that division. 5 years in a row.
That's the big dog. So
that's the big dog.
Score some points. Can you score?
That's what I'm talking about. And Buffalo.
I don't care. That dude, I'm telling you, man, you can have a good defense all you want to, but he will score points.
I agree. And Q is exactly right, because that's a team that's more that spreads the love around. They're good defensively, they're good offensively. The Buffalo Bills. God damn it, they are. They are one of the complete teams in the National Football League, if you ask me. They're complete as shit. Mark?
Yeah, it's time for
they still need some work.
Oh, come on, Mark. They complete all around the world. I mean, around both sides of the field.
I think Buffalo needs some upgrades on defense. Their defense is serviceable. It's not horrible. But for them to get to the next level, they got to make some upgrades. Got to upgrade corner. Got to upgrade linebacker. They need They need a few tweaks and a few upgrades on that side, in my opinion.
So Matt Milano's not holding it down like that. Milano and I would say Vaughn.
He's getting up there in age, and he's been injured lately.
True. But when he's there, he's such an impact.
Up there in age, and he's been injured lately.
Oh, he's already there. I think he's like what, 38, 37?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like there's a couple of upgrades that I feel like they need to make if they want to go to that next level.
Yeah, I think Buffalo, to me, Buffalo or the Baltimore Ravens. It's time for one of them to get to the AFC Championship.
Yeah,
it's time for one of them.
It's time.
If only they had.
I can't look at nothing. I couldn't look at nothing left. Huh?
So if only Baltimore or Buffalo had a tight end that could catch the damn ball.
That's true. That's true too, man. It's time for them to get there, though. It's time. I say Buffalo, though. Yeah. I really like Buffalo. Buffalo, man, them dudes, man. It's just something about them. And Josh Allen, my favorite quarterback.
They've been knocking at the door, but they can't open it.
You can't open it.
Nobody open it. They can't get the door.
Yeah.
Time for them to get past that door, man.
Yeah, I agree. It is time for them, man. It's time for them. They're two. I mean, you got Keon Coleman and Amari Cooper. Oh my God! I mean, come on, bro. It don't get no better than that, bro. I mean, you got little Cook. I call him Little Cook. Little Cook was running the ball, bro.
Yeah, he was doing good.
He was doing real good, bro. I was like, oh man, that stretch he did. Come on, man. You don't get that out of most running backs. Oh well. Well, we'll stay in the AFC. The Raiders. Oh, yes, we're talking about the Boaz today. And before I say something, I know, Hose, you do talk about the Raiders. No, I'll never talk about Raiders. But they are high in the news right now. But anyway, Raiders, Maxx Crosby on Pete Carroll hire. He said, and I quote, "It's just exciting to see what's coming soon." The Las Vegas Raiders hiring of Pete Carroll has Maxx Crosby pumped up even more than usual. The star defensive end, subject of trade wish casting by fans around the NFL, said this on the Let's Go podcast, Sirius XM's Let's Go podcast with Jim Gray, that his mentality matches Carroll's. He said this, and I quote, "Exciting," Crosby said of the Raiders' new coaching hire. I think the number one thing you look at is just energy. We talked about it a few times. Competition as well. As a competitor, as somebody who brings energy all the time and lives off that and expects it from others. I love somebody with the type of mentality. So he's a winner. He's done it his whole career, and it's just exciting to see what's going to come soon. Much like with Myles Garrett in Cleveland, trading Crosby made little sense for Vegas. The Raiders would have likely made such a move only if the respected veteran asked out. But given his comments since Carroll hiring, such a request never sounded close. Crosby said he spoke briefly with Carroll and new general manager John Spytek and looks forward to the new direction of the Raiders' latest rebuild. Said this, and I quote: "The main things that Carroll talked about is what we're going. Let me get that right. The main things that Carroll talked about is we're going right now." Crosby added, "We're not wasting time. That's the one thing he mentioned to me after his press conference. We're going to get this thing rolling now." So it's exciting. That's my mentality every year. I want to win every year. That's the competition in me. And I see that in him. I feel like everybody from the new ownership group, from owner Mark Davis, who's an idiot, everybody's on the same mindset when it comes to attacking the new regime. And Mark Davis is an idiot. He is. Oh, I'll read this too. Crosby has 2 years left on his 4-year, $94 million contract extension inked in 2022. It's possible having zero guaranteed dollars left could become an issue. However, given Crosby's comments throughout the process, that's a red herring at this stage. Things can always change, but the Raiders trading Crosby felt like a non-starter the moment Carroll was hired. So why not go to the news here with my Raider brother, Mr. Young Mark? Can Pete Carroll and the Raiders organization steer this team back in the right direction? Mr. Marcus.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I genuinely don't know. I'm not being a Debbie Downer, nothing like that. But when you've had 5 different GMs, 5 different head coaches in a span of 6 years, it's slightly difficult to get excited or get optimistic, especially in the offseason. But I will say this: I'm a little bit more confident that it's going to be an easier job for them to do, based on the moves that they've made recently. Pete Carroll was able to retain the services of our defensive coordinator, Patrick Graham. Christian Wilkins should be coming back off an injury. I'm hoping that we can re-sign Trayvon Moore, so that we can pretty much keep that defense intact that we had last year. And if Pete and the new GM can get in there and get the offense together, then I'll feel a little bit more confident. But I'm going to take a page out of what I saw Coach Carroll do when he was in Seattle, and just build the offense around a running game and good defense at first until we get the other pieces figured out. So with where we pick in the draft and the way I know Coach Carroll to be, I expect us to get a bruising running back, our new version of Marshawn Lynch, beef up the offensive line, and just try to win with a good, strong running game and good defense until we can figure out what the hell we're going to do at quarterback and wide receiver. But it's not nearly as bad as it is with the Jets in their offensive situation, but it's still pretty bad because we can't get quarterback and offensive coordinator straightened out. It doesn't matter what Coach Carroll does. Doesn't matter what Maxx Crosby says. None of that's going to matter. We're going to be in the same boat we were in last year. So I'm cautiously optimistic, but not like jumping for joy, like a kid on Christmas type excitement.
Well, you know what? I'm going to jump for joy. I'm fucking stoked. Let's go. I'm going to jump for joy. I'm going to do it. Let's go, baby. Pete Carroll. Let's go. Perfect hire for me. I feel good about it, bro. I ain't feeling like this in a minute. AP gave some energy, But come on, man. AP, that was his first time around. This is a guy, like you just said with Aaron Glenn, this is a guy, a leader among men. I don't give a damn what he did Super Bowl wise, but I'm just talking about the mentality that he brings to the team. Are you kidding me? He turned Seattle around. He turned them around. He turned USC around. He did semi with New England. But come on, man. I mean, Jesus, man. I'm with this. This is a solid hire. This is a guy that knows exactly what he's doing as far as building a team and a staff. This is a guy that has a great eye for talent. I believe that we will get the next franchise quarterback in this draft. Hopefully Jackson Dart, if you ask me. I would take Jackson Dart as the next Raiders quarterback. Starter, no. I think O'Connell should get the start, a fair start. I think he should get a fair start this time or whatever. But things go the wrong way. In the meantime, let's bring up Dart. We got the skills with Pete Carroll is going to bring the guy up. Or if you want to bring Russell Wilson, hell, I don't give a damn. Just win, baby. That's what Wando is about. Just win by any means necessary. Any means necessary. But I'm excited, man. Pete Carroll is an exciting guy. He's 73 years old, and the guy's still throwing the ball, playing catch, or whatever the case may be. But it's just he brings that pedigree, something that we didn't have. Josh McDaniels didn't have a pedigree. Yeah, as an offensive coordinator. Antonio Pierce, he brought he didn't have a pedigree. Yeah, only pedigree he had was when the Super Bowl with the Giants. He was a former player. No coach we had came in had a pedigree with him. No, not even Jack Del Rio. Nobody. John Gruden was the only coach that we brought in with a pedigree, and he so happened to slip and fail and won Super Bowl with Tampa. So this is good. This is good, man. This is a guy that has football knowledge. That's what we need, Mark. We need X's and O's. This guy's going to give us X's and O's. This guy's going to give us the hump. And we got Tom Brady in the office who's going to give Pete Carroll anything and everything he needs. We got Spytek who has a good eye for talent as well. This is good. And look at it like this, Mark. It keeps Maxx Crosby quiet. So now he don't have to be in a rage now in the locker room. It keeps him quiet. Keeps him quiet. But anyway, I'm shutting up. Q, my man Q. Now you seen Pete Carroll. Oh Lord, you done been around the world. You done been around the world, the dog. Pete Carroll, man. I know you're a Minnesota Vikings fan, but with your football IQ and no pun intended. How do you feel Pete Carroll is the new Las Vegas Raiders head coach? How do you feel about that?
Well,
because before you said something, those of you know, I talked to Q outside of the show, man. Q, good friends, and Q was the only guy. It's crazy because he's the only guy to say, you know what? He told me. He said, I can see Pete Carroll being y'all coach. This Pete Carroll was never even in the equation because we was all on Ben Johnson, and Q said that. I thought at first it was left field. I'm like, fuck, he said Pete Carroll. Like, what? He ain't coaching the year. But he said it. He said, you know what? Pete Carroll will be a good coach for y'all. He said, he told me that. And when we hired him, when the Raiders hired him, I had to go back to him. I said, you know what, OG? You're right, bro. That's all I can say. You're right. He called that one straight down the middle. But go ahead, Q. I'm sorry. Q, how you feel about Pete Carroll being the coach of the Las Vegas Raiders? Shut up, Hope.
Well, I really felt, going to what you were saying at that time, I really felt when Pete Carroll was saying he came out that he wanted to coach again. This man, far as we talking about his experiences, Super Bowl winner, and he looks pretty good for his age, and he brings a lot of knowledge to the game. Brings some of that old school back to the game. I think a big thing that when he was put up in the front office, he was a year away from the game. So when him being a year away from the game, maybe he had to get some thoughts together about the new school way of the way the NFL is going, and versus his way of how he was coaching. Maybe he put some things together in his lab together and felt like he can come back. And with the way being that year off, get some thoughts together in his head that he can be this coach in this era of football. That's why I felt like him coming to that organization with the disarray of everybody just going here, everybody just things just going everywhere. You know, he could settle this team down.
There you go, Q.
And then being settled this team down and let these teams know, like maybe it's just like I was telling, we were talking about Aaron Glenn, let them know that y'all are somebody that y'all can compete in this league.
Yeah.
I really think that, you know, in this division, you know, you're gonna need some type of coach that's gonna be able to face Harbaugh and the Kansas City face to face, because you know, let's be real about it. They're the two top dogs in this division, and you know, and you're not careful, you know what I'm saying, you're going to be slapped around. You're going to be slapped around if you're not ready. So I think he can get these guys ready, get these guys prepared for war when he faces these teams twice a year.
Come on, Q.
We know that y'all don't like Kansas City, and I think y'all don't like San Diego. I think that's in y'all way.
Now San Diego,
so that being said, this man will get y'all prepared. I think he'll get y'all prepared to fight. Now, right at the gate, I don't know. I think he'll get y'all competitive. I think he'll get y'all decent fight. But you know, if y'all was to get slapped around by these two teams, it'd be understandable within the first year.
You know what?
Him, but being said that, him being his age, his experience, I think the Raider organization probably will want immediate success from him when it comes to these two teams. I think they want. I think he wants them to really be able to. If he can split with them, that'd be good. But I think they really want. He's the knockout punch for the Chargers and the Chiefs. But I don't think
it's cold. Come on, Q.
Huh?
Come on with it, boy.
I really don't think it's going to be that easy for him. I think he's going to get them riled up and get ready to play and be competitive with these two teams. I mean, because they're the big dogs on top of this division. Will he be able to choke them out? Will he be? No, I just don't think so. I think he'll learn more about them, and I think he might can split with them. He can split with these two teams. But he's going to let them know that y'all are there. Y'all, you know, here lately, y'all haven't been there. Y'all haven't been there when it comes to these two teams. You know, Harbaugh, you know, his first year, second year, they ain't going to do but get better. He ain't going to do but get better and stronger. Because the type of coach he is. But this is the kind of man that I think, he's not that finesse like Harbaugh, but he's not on the Andy Reid level, but he is a coach that can get players ready. And I think it's going to matter when y'all play these two teams right there to have this type of coach. To have this type of coach, because y'all have brought in somebody else. I mean, other person I could think was good as this to be good players to bring Gruden back. Gruden back, with that man can get on that damn whiteboard, he can draw some plays. He's a good offensive-minded ass coach. No matter what happened in the past, you can't take that away from him now. And I think Gruden definitely would have got the boards right. But Pete Carroll, I think he's on that level. He's good as that too. We'll get y'all ready to fight these two teams and to get y'all to be at least ready to fight, to get the Raiders organization back to a point where we're just not the dormant in this division. And so I think it's a great hire. I think you got Maxx Crosby, you got him right. As long as you got him happy, you know, and then you bring back your defensive tackle Wilkerson, come back, you're gonna be nasty in the middle.
Come on.
But your only problem, your only problem
Malcolm
remains the most important position in football, and that's your quarterback.
That's the quarterback. Look, God damn it, we beat Kansas City.
So you might be in the same position as the Jets.
Wrap it up, Q. Come on.
I think what I'm saying is this, man. I like him because he's old school. And I like it because he can get players motivated. He's done this in the past. He got a good. His resume is off the fucking charts. But think about it. Can he get y'all to be competitive with the Chargers and Kansas City?
The Chargers, Q. Come on.
I'm telling you, they're gonna be good next year, man. They're gonna be good. I'm telling you, they're gonna be. You sleep on Harbaugh if you want to. He's gonna have them boys right.
I ain't worried about that.
Okay.
I want that red yellow.
I know you want that red yellow, but don't let that Charger, let that boat hit you in the back of your head. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I ain't worried about that.
Okay.
We beat Chargers.
Okay.
We beat
all
Chargers.
right. But you remember what I said that we're gonna wind back to this podcast February 1st.
That's fine. I got the recording.
I think it's a good hire. I think he'll get them ready. He'll get them soldiers ready to do battle. So yeah, I like Pete Carroll. I said it, and I told you that when he coming out, he wanted to coach again. I said, yeah, with his experience, I said that'll be a good coach for y'all.
You did.
That'll be a good decent coach for y'all.
You did, but we beating Kansas City.
Question, remember, quarterback.
That's it.
That's your only question mark to me.
I know, but we beat Kansas City.
Talking about y'all getting Sam Donald.
I don't care. We beat Kansas City.
Okay, I want you to beat them.
Kansas City.
I want you to beat them.
The world ain't hear me. We are beating Kansas City. We're beating Kansas City, bro. Watch what I tell you. I know I said last year, injuries happen. No excuse. Whatever happened. We're beating Kansas City. We're going to beat everybody in that division. It's our time. It's our time. Denver done had their little come up. Congratulations. Even the Chargers went to the playoff. Congratulations. But look at the list. We're not as bad. We're only one step away from Denver and the Chargers. The Chargers got.
But that's another thing. You just said a mouthful right there. You know what I'm saying? 3 out of your 4 teams went to the playoff this year.
Yeah.
Except for y'all. Except for y'all.
So when it comes to that, win in the division this year, OG. We got swept. We got swept by every team in the division this year.
But look, that was under Antonio Pierce. This is different now. And it has. Whatever happened.
All 3 of the teams. On 2 versus all 2 of them teams. That's a bad taste. That's a bad taste. You have to get out in your division. You have to win. You got to be more competitive in your division. You got to.
But listen,
that right there with the.
I did. Q, talk too much. Denver has. Listen.
Is shot. Everything else is shot. I'm telling you that everything else is shot.
Denver has a quarterback. That's one step ahead of us. The Chargers have a quarterback, right? That's another step ahead of us.
Yeah.
We have the recipe to beat Kansas City. We done it when nobody else did. They went on a 20-some game winning streak. But before that,
but last year you were swept by them, though. You were swept by them last year.
We swept. Yeah, that's true. We swept. We didn't have a quarterback.
You were swept by every team in that division.
That's true.
Okay, you can't keep going back. Then we're talking about what happened last year. We're talking about the last season, and y'all were swept by every team in that division. You cannot, and I repeat, you cannot expect anything for a future or the next year until you straighten that out within your division. You cannot go 0-2 with every team expect to do anything. Can't happen. You either split or you go 2-0, 1-2 in your division. But you can't get dominated like that. Expect Pete Carroll he gonna have to change that. He gonna have to change it somehow. I don't know how he gonna do it, but he gonna have to do it.
What's up, Rock? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're both right. You both right. But the quarterback situation will be strong.
That's sad. That's sad to be a team in the division. That's a sad to be. That's a sad to be in the team in the division to get swept by every team in that division, and it's like you can't come up in your division.
But look, listen to this.
I know you're a Raider man, and I understand. But let's go by what we know is true. 0-2 from every team in the division is not going to cut it. It ain't gonna cut it. No shape, form, and fashion. You got to start with that first.
Q, you saying the same things over and over.
No, I'm saying, but that's where it's got to start.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. It got to start right there, and that's true. But what I'm saying is the quarterback situation will get handled with. That is the number one top priority of it. But even with a guy like O'Connell, we still can win ball games. We still can beat Denver. We, like you just said, with a healthy Wilkerson coming back, a healthy Malcolm Kuntz coming back. Hopefully, we keep Robert Spillane. Our defense is pretty solid. Our defensive coordinator is coming back. I believe. Only thing, Q and Mark, is the only tragic is we don't have a solid cornerback. We don't have that. We don't have a solid cornerback. And again, they are the professionals. So I'm just a fan. Yes, sir.
I, as a Raider fan, the reason why I feel like what Q-Dog is saying is correct.
He is right. I'm not disagreeing with him.
We won't be able to do too much, especially next year without a quarterback, because look at who we play. We got to play Jaden Daniels, got to play Jalen Hurts, got to play C.J. Stroud, got to play Dak Prescott, got to play Drake May, Anthony Richardson. Like, we got to go up against Caleb Williams. Like, a lot of our opponents in 2025 have dogs in that quarterback position, and if that doesn't get addressed or upgraded somehow, I don't know how we're gonna stay afloat, man. I'm not saying we're gonna get blown out. I'm not saying we're gonna be completely trash, but as far as like what could teeter the line between us winning and losing a game, I don't want to be in a position where we're at the 2-yard line and my quarterback makes a boneheaded decision and throws a 98-yard pick six in the division. You know what I mean? That's what's holding me back from being optimistic right now.
Yeah. You and your Opta and your Mystics, you can hold that. I don't care. I think, and I like the schedule. We never had an easy schedule. Never had. It's always been tough and it's always been competitive, but that's okay. There's no need to bitch and complain about it. Put on our grown man pants and go at it. You see this guy right here on the screen? You see that guy? He is a problem. He is a problem to all quarterbacks. He's a problem. Yeah. I believe in that dude. And with the likes of Wilkerson and Malcolm Kuntz and Malcolm Butler had a great year.
Hey, Wilson low-key turned it around this year too.
He did. Tyree Wilson.
As much as I want to hate on him, he turned it around a little bit.
Those guys now know how to play together now, is what I'm saying. They play together. They got some reps and some games up under them now. They know how to win. They know how to lose. When we beat the Baltimore Ravens, we was on a high.
Yeah.
We was on a high. And we was capable of beating them. We would have beat, but we technically, I mean, keep it real, we was losing. We didn't have a strong quarterback. We didn't have a strong quarterback. We didn't. Gardner Minshew sucks. Okay? We didn't have a strong quarterback. Mucha basura. But
one thing I do emphatically agree with you on, and I need to say this right here and right now on February 1st, 2025, I agree with my Raider brother. I agree with the host. We gonna smash Kansas City, bro. That game on Black Friday was some bullshit. We getting our revenge next year.
We was only one play away, bro.
Son, I was so hurt.
We was only one play away, bro. You see what I'm saying, Q?
After that game,
we was only one play away, Q. One play away. We have the recipe to beat Kansas City. We just don't have a quarter. And Denver and the Chargers are up by us because they got good quarterbacks. They have a solid quarterback. If we had a solid quarterback, we'd be probably the second best team in that division.
I mean,
Kansas City.
Respectfully, Herbert
probably the best goddamn team.
Herbert and the Chargers ain't really that far ahead of us, and I say that when
that's what I'm saying.
But they got mediocre defense. The running games beat us the first time, and then that second time, bro, we was already cooked. Want nothing to play for, so.
No.
Damn it, host, now you got me optimistic again.
But I think, yeah, I think you and Q got major points. I think y'all got major points. Major points. The 0-2 thing, yeah, we have to erase that. We have to erase that, and that is bad on our half. But I believe in a guy like old Peter Carroll, man, can really erase that. We got Tom Brady now, is up in working in making the moves now. Mark Davis kind of stepping aside. So
Thank God.
I know you ain't never lied about that. Well, you know, I think with that, man, I think we're gonna be all right. I think we're gonna be all right. But to go back to Q, you're not wrong. Well, everything you say, you're not wrong at all, and it wasn't a dispute. You gotta understand this. It wasn't a dispute. You were saying the same things over and over again, and I get it for what I was saying is that 0-2, what you're saying, and you said it's a shame, and it is a shame. You are absolutely right. It is a shame, but we about to erase that, baby. We about to erase that. That's about to be over. The Raiders will be back.
Hell yeah. You taking what's ours.
Q, you got to look on your face, man. I don't like that. What's going on here? You got to look on your face like we ain't coming back.
I'm saying, you know, man, I mean, you know, just division alone, and then with Mark calling out that schedule, I mean, to me, that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough.
It's always tough for us. It's always every year.
You got to show these boys this year that you're not gonna get slapped around like you did last year. They basically been slapped you all year long. So you know you got to get that out.
I don't know about all that,
back.
OG. I don't know about
ain't nobody whoop our ass. Yeah, ain't nobody whoop our ass like that.
Oh no.
Yeah. Everybody whoop our ass like that.
Every team in the division, you got your ass handled now. Come on now, don't act like that now.
No, come on.
No, hell no. I can't let you get away with that. No, they ain't.
Come on now. I mean, it just shows in the record. Y'all bottom of the division. 0-2. Y'all haven't won not one game against either y'all division.
Hold on.
Y'all ain't got one game in your division.
But Washington beating Detroit was an ass whooping. They put up 45 on it.
No, I'm talking about in y'all division. Y'all did not win one game in y'all division.
No.
Come on now. Not one.
No, we didn't.
Out of 6 games in the division.
Didn't. But that's not an ass whooping.
So that right there, you got to get your face back in your division.
True.
Then the schedule that he calling out to y'all. That's on top of what you're trying to get your face back on. That's not gonna be an easy. That's within the division. That'll probably be more easy because y'all know each other. Then this tough schedule. Hey, it ain't gonna be easy now. It ain't gonna be as easy as like you say that we're gonna do this. You got a lot against you now. You're gonna have to fight on this.
Yeah, but OG. No sports team that ever achieved greatness got there by taking the easy road. It was always tough.
Right. All right, but I'm saying, but not to win one in that division, not one game, that don't sit well with me. That's not cool.
And right, and it's gonna turn into fuel and motivation for them players to make sure that doesn't happen 2 years in a row.
That's what it's supposed to be because you don't want to repeat of last year. Everybody in the division with the ass. You don't want that.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? By you saying it, I really it's not against you, but you know, Chiefs fans. I battle with Chiefs fans every now and then. Hey, where were they when we was killing the division? Huh? Where were they then? You know what I'm saying? Everybody talking about when we lose the division. I know, but I mean, where were they though? It was this millennium.
We're talking about what happened to you last year though. You know what I mean?
2016. Yeah.
I mean, everybody went in your mouth last year, baby. I hate to even call it out. I gotta call what it is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to me, I always believe that if you can't win in your division, you can't win nothing. That's just me. That's just how I believe. I always believe that you have to win in your division. Anything on the outside when you play, because that's the way they set the schedules up. That's okay, but you got to win in your division to win something. Gotta do it.
True. That is true. That is true, and that will be erased. Yeah, they beat us. Yeah, everybody beat us in division, but I guarantee you that will not happen again. And when it don't happen again, since you want to record shows, this is February 1st, and I will go back to you. And Q, I'm going to put the camera on you, and I want you to pledge your allegiance to the Raiders.
I will eat it with any kind of sauce. But what I'm trying to tell you is this.
I got a whole pack of Sweet Baby Ray for you.
Like Mark say, just what you need to use that as motivation, not because Pete Carroll because you stunk in your division and you were shitting on, and everybody dropped the load on. So what you need to do?
Yes, sir.
There's some truth to what OG is saying. No team with a losing record in their division has ever won a Super Bowl.
We're not talking about Super Bowl. We're not even going there. We're not. No.
I'm saying that proves Q-Dog's point where if you can't win your division,
you can't win nothing.
We all know that. We all know that. Though. That's common sense. That's common sense.
Yeah, but but to win in your division, I understand winning in your division and you split your division, but they don't win nothing.
Nothing.
That right there. That's not to me. You're not competitive in your division. You might compete outside and win games for teams that don't know you very well, and you can win those games. But the teams that know you and you know them and you don't win none.
Yeah, but now things are going to change. Now that we have leadership now that's experienced. We had inexperienced leadership. We had a guy last year, no excuses, but we had a guy last year that came in. He was the interim coach. Interim. He didn't know he was going to lead a team. You was hyped. You was hyped on. I did hype on him. I did hype on him. No. And he dropped the ball, and he did not come through. So now I'm going to guess what? I'm going to start my re-hype again on this guy.
Okay, what if he dropped the ball and don't come through?
And I'm gonna start a re-hype on the next guy. You know why? Because I believe silver and black, baby. I believe silver and black. Whoever's the coach, I'm gonna stand by him.
I'm telling you right now, I'm still hanging that 0-6 on y'all head, and until you get that 0-6 off y'all head, then I ain't believing nothing else. You got to get that 0-6 off your head. Start next year. If you don't win in your division, I don't want to hear nothing about no Raiders.
But I'm a
we can say the same thing about you, OG.
But we won in our division, though. We won in our division.
I would rather be winless in my division than to be winless in the Super Bowl.
Okay, but I'm saying, we went, but we lost. But at least we went there though. We
won in our division. But what
I'm saying is that y'all got to win. No, what I'm saying. We didn't go on. I don't know. The last time we went on 6 in our division, I can't even remember that. Go pull it up. Go pull and see the last time we went on 6 in our division. I don't think we ever went that way. That's history.
Yeah,
that's history.
That's true. That is true. Y'all never stuck the man in the division, but man, boy,
I don't think we ever went on 6 in the division now.
But you sure somebody shit the man the first round.
At least one time.
Yeah,
it actually happened pretty recently.
No, bro, we never go to 0-6, bro. No,
yeah, y'all went 0-6 in the NFC North in 2013. You guys went 5-10-1 that year. And,
no, bro.
It was the last year Leslie Frazier was the head coach.
I'm gonna Google that.
That was the last year Leslie Frazier was the head coach.
Don't throw stones now if you living in the glass house.
No, I don't know about that.
Y'all just did it a decade ago, OG. Y'all just did it.
Is that the year? Wait a minute. That's the year after Adrian Peterson had that year, right?
That was 2013. That was when y'all let go of Leslie Frazier, and then Mike Zimmer came in the next year.
Put that quote back up there. What was that quote he said? The Raiders and the New York Football Giants were the only team to not win a division game last season.
You know that Giants team that beat y'all in the first round. You know that Giants team.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, that Giants team, we got our revenge back week 1. So, beat the brakes
so they
didn't win none of the division.
No, they didn't. No, we didn't.
I mean, but look what it got you. You got to win the division.
Yeah.
But that happens to them all the time, though. That didn't happen to y'all all the time.
Yeah, the Giants are just awful. It's just awful. That's awful. Well, we're gonna erase that, man. We're gonna erase that. Hey, Q, before we move on, I'm a pretty decent cook. So hey, you can come over to the house. I got a couple containers that you can put your food in. Now, I got crow that I can boil it. I can saute it with some onions. I can barbecue it. I can fry it. However you want me to serve this crow to you. I'm
not predicting that you're gonna go 0-6. I'm not telling you that.
I know it.
But we already know if you can't win in your division, you go like that, you cannot win nothing. Period.
But when we win that game, though, you know I'm coming for you.
When you win what game?
When we win a division, when we beat Denver, the Chargers, or the Chiefs. When you win that division, I'm gonna come at you. I'm gonna say now it starts. I told you it ain't gonna happen.
Are you trying to say, will you flip the 0-2 and make them 0-2? That's what you're saying.
Well, I don't know about that. I'm not gonna get too cocky, but
okay, don't get too cocky. You at least gonna split with them, though, right?
You're gonna split with them this time.
Yes, y'all gonna split with them, right? If you ain't gonna go 2-0, you gonna split with them, right? Huh?
I believe we'll get back on the saddle with Denver. I believe we've been kicking Denver's ass all these years. They just now getting us, bro.
You're gonna split with them. That's what you're telling me. All three teams.
No. We shut down the Denver Broncos. We're gonna shut them down.
That's that team. Y'all gonna flip the 0-2 and make them 0-2.
Yeah.
What about
that's one team that we own. Kansas City. We'll probably split with them.
Okay. What about Chargers?
Chargers always throwing it outside, so we'll probably split with them too. We beat them though. That's what I'm saying. We beat them every year.
But y'all beat them last year though.
This is nothing else. That's true. But they ain't beat us after that. They ain't beat us before that.
I'm not making excuses, but I watched that first game against the Chargers. Literally, Gardner Minshew is why we did not win that game. We were hanging in.
We ain't had no quarterback.
Turning the ball over.
What do you want us to do?
Turning it over. They scored points.
It's all you got no quarterback. What do you want us to do, though?
All I'm saying is you got to get rid of. You got the 0-6 hanging on your head, and you got to get it off.
Hey, Minnesota was in the same boat in 2013. They went winless in the division. They got themselves a quarterback and a good head coach in a falling offseason, and they turned it around. So we can do the same thing.
They turned it around. See, they turned it around.
Okay, we're gonna see. That's why I say
we're gonna see. You're damn right we gonna see. That's for sure.
Y'all literally went from being winless in the division to making the playoffs the next year.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
We're gonna see.
What's it?
I just want you to beat the Kansas City. I want you to be 2-0 on them. That's what I want.
Brother, I would love it. And I would love to give you that gift wrap at your front door. I would love it. I would love to get that gift wrap for you right there. I would love that. Amen. And speaking of Kansas City Chiefs, why not go there? No repeat. The NFL is not fixing games in for the Chiefs' favor. Oh, all right. We're almost on time, Mark. We getting there. Getting caught fixing a game would cost the NFL billions, but not to mention potential jail time. Why would it risk that? Now, I want y'all to listen to this because this is an article here. I want y'all to listen to this because this is a bunch of BS. And I really want the dog to go in like how he tried to go in on my Raiders. I really want him to go in. All right. So during the New England Patriots dynastic run in the early 2000s, the NFL conducted two aggressive and some could argue overreaching investigations into the franchise. Spygate in 2007 and Deflategate in 2015. They resulted in cumulative penalties that including the stripping of 2 first-round draft picks, 1 fourth-round pick, $1.225 million in fines for the franchise, $500,000 fine to head coach Bill Belichick, and a 4-game suspension for star quarterback Tom Brady. That doesn't count the extensive legal fees required to defend themselves, including battles that went into federal court, let alone the monetary damage of tarnished reputations. All along, the Patriots fought back with, no, I don't even want to talk about the Patriots. Okay. So this basically saying, no, the NFL wasn't and isn't scripted or rigged or under commission control, even as Kansas City advances to another Super Bowl after benefiting from multiple close. It is not questionable calls in a 32-29 AFC Championship game victory over the Buffalo Bills on Sunday night. Yes, it sure looked like Josh Allen gained the necessary interest to convert on the critical fourth quarter, 4th and 1. Just as it sure looked like Dalton Kincaid made the line to gain the play prior. And yes, the ball seemed to hit the ground in the first half, and that was ruled a catch by Xavier Worthy on the Chiefs touchdown drive. If you are a Bills fan, you are cursing, fuming, lament. There is also the matter of mismanaged extra points, a missed catch by Kincaid on the Bills' final drive. It's not a miss. What are you talking about? And other mistakes that decided a game that was incredibly close. It doesn't mean that the fix was in for the Chiefs, who may have gotten some nice calls, but see, you already contradicting yourself. It doesn't mean that the fix was in for the Chiefs, who may have gotten some nice calls, but also made so many critical plays down the stretch to win again. The rest are not the reason Kansas City has prevailed in 17 consecutive one-score games and are headed to another Super Bowl. They earned it, in part by taking advantage of every break given. It was the same with New England. Q. I'm going to, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to let the podcast panel say something because I know I don't want to, time-wise, I know I don't want to go into a huge rant here. But Q, I'm going to ask you a question because your Vikings have ran against this tornado storm of cheating by the Kansas City Chiefs. So I'm going to ask you this, Q. How would you crack down on these terrible, and I think I asked Mark this. Mark came up with a good answer. I think we talked about this a few months ago. But Q, I want to know from Q, how would you crack down on the terrible calls that's not just with KC, Kansas City, or just bad calls alone. If you was Roger Goodell, the commissioner, how would you crack down on these bad calls that's happening all over the league, but preferably with Kansas City? How would you crack down on this? That's the first part. And the second part, how would you punish these guys? Would you punish the team or would you punish the refs?
The only way I can figure that, the referees are not perfect. Let's make that clear. Through the history of football, I haven't really seen bad calls made by referees since these last few years recently. I mean, they've made some terrible calls. Even the one that with Sam Donald, we played the Rams, and when the guy grabbed his face mask and turned his whole head around, the referee standing right back there in the back of the end zone.
Oh boy, that was
you
terrible.
Didn't see.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to figure out, I'm just trying to figure out. I mean, who is you looking up in the stands? Because if you standing right there, how can you not see that call? You know what I'm saying? But to me, with the blatant calls like that, something has to be done. And the way that I think the only thing to do is to punish them and call like that, you got to hit them in their pocket. You just got to hit them in their pocket, bro. You just can't let them continue to get away with these calls. I really feel that it's getting sickening. It's really ruining the integrity of the game to see the Kansas City Chiefs get these calls like this. You got other teams that are really in this conference that are fighting for the same thing,
Absolutely.
to get to a Super Bowl and to run across a team, especially on defense, and you have star players on defense that they want to express their talent and use what got them here all year long to help get this team here, and you can't use it because you're scared of a flag or you're scared that this team might get it. You'll do something that's detrimental to your team.
Right.
But you're playing the way you've been playing all year long. And so to me, I really feel that I think Troy Vincent, I think he's one of the big dogs in the
Players
NFL Association. You need to get a lot of people that's going to rally. Y'all need to march to Roger Goodell's office and demand something to be done. They need to demand something to be done. It's too much of this, and we need to do a thorough investigation. I mean, a thorough investigation. I don't take how long it takes to do a thorough investigation, and then we do find out, when we do come to find it's been proven that these refs maybe have been paid or these refs are biased to Kansas City. What we need to do is we need to strip their trophies, and send these referees to prison.
Yeah, you did Reggie Bush that way. You stripped his Heisman.
You're always talking about Roger Goodell, always talking about tarnishing the shield. Now, what you think they doing?
Yeah.
What you think they doing? You hold players accountable.
Come on, Q.
Every time they do something off the field, you want to say they tarnish the shield. These referees are tarnishing the shield. They're tarnishing the game that we love. They're tarnishing the integrity of the game. Is to be fair.
Yeah.
How can you play this team in the playoffs? How can you play them? When they get these calls like this, I mean, I'm not talking about like one guy. It's like every game. Look at the Houston Texans game. Look at the Houston Texans.
Cincinnati. Look at Cincinnati game. Look at the Cincinnati game. Yeah.
I mean, I know you got the whole, book. All the calls that they made. I know you got the whole book. What I'm saying is this: it just don't make no sense, man. And what it is that you got this chick, Taylor Swift, up in the game. That's up in the stand. It's just like, just because it's all become a dollar bill because she's bringing a lot of females are more interested in the game for her. So let's sell them more tickets.
Yeah.
Let's sell them more tickets. And every time we turn around, she's getting more camera shots than a lot of these NFL wives that are at the game.
Yeah, that's right. You're right, bro.
And so, it's getting ridiculous. I really don't watch. I'm gonna watch the Super Bowl because I never went to the Super Bowl without watching as long as I've been living. I'm gonna watch the Super Bowl, but I never watch this team play. When they're on TV, I don't watch it because I know stuff like this is gonna happen. It's just insulting. It's insulting to the opposing team and insulting to the integrity of the game. To be fair,
where are your facts? I don't need no facts. You just watch Kansas City game. You just watch it. That's the facts right there. What do you mean?
Yeah, well, most Kansas City people, you know what they're gonna do.
Exactly.
But we all
they
see it. Commentators see it. It's get to the point where it just, to me, I mean, we're talking in a circle. They're gonna continue to do this. But when are they gonna stop? When Patrick Mahomes get to his 8th ring, that's when we'll stop. That's when we stop. Because it looked like he's finna head 4 more times. He leads from the head 5 more times in a row.
Quad face. He said some calls don't always go your way. Some calls? Some calls, bro? Are you kidding me?
I ain't trying to hear all that.
Come on, man.
But
you gotta be a Kansas City fan.
Before it's all over and done, I don't know when they're gonna do it. Whenever they come together, whenever they hold them to an investigation, we're going to find out the truth. We're going to find out what really going on behind closed doors between Kansas City and these refs and maybe Roger Goodell. I think all these people are tied in some kind of way. We need to do a thorough investigation. And then when we do, find their ass, take them trophies away, and put them refs in prison. Put them in prison.
Lock them up. Mm-hmm. What you want to hear?
So until then, man, I mean, until then, then we just got to say what it is, man.
You got to be a Chiefs fan, bro. Because let me tell you something. With Chiefs fans, you know what I've been hearing from Chiefs fans? Y'all cry, y'all crying, y'all crying. But I guarantee you, if y'all was getting that same,
I'm not gonna sit there and talk all day about this because it just get disgusting when I talk about them and the things that they do, and it is allowed to be go on. They're going to get 3 in a row. Come next.
Oh, Sunday. It's even worse. You're a Cowboy fan.
Yeah, and to
I ain't gonna
me,
say a word. I like Dallas. I ain't gonna lie.
I just all I want, I don't care about nothing else. All I want
I
you to
like,
do is be fair about it. That's all I want
yeah,
you to do. A call
yeah,
here
man.
and there is to be expected, but not every time they play, man. Not every time they
Yeah.
play.
Every game,
Mm.
man. It's something. It's something.
I'm done with them. Y'all can have it.
I got me too, bro.
You got it,
Me
Mark.
too.
You got it, bro.
Quark,
I'm
and
done.
I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing either. I'm with the dog. I ain't gonna say nothing either. But I want to explain to Quarface that these plays with Kansas City. Listen, I hate the Chiefs. I'm gonna be straight on. I can't stand them. But if they win fairly, I ain't got no choice but to respect them. I got no choice. But they're not winning fair. And it's not because I hate the Chiefs, but it's not just me. You got Dolphins, Jets, Redskins, Steelers, Seahawks, everybody else in the National Football League that's fans of teams saying the same exact things. Even your Cowboy fans that I know say the same things about Kansas City. It's always something. It's always something with those calls. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. From the Cincinnati game to the Houston game. Though, if you go on Facebook and Instagram, you can go back and you can see different people is calling stuff out, and they putting the camera exactly on what is happening. That Xavier Worthy, they awarded him a catch. He did not even catch the ball. He didn't catch the ball. His hand was on the ground. The ball clearly hit the ground. And they say he was a catch. He didn't even have possession. And they say it was a catch. The play after that, they scored a touchdown.
That play alone was sickening, man.
It's sickening, bro.
Even after the review and the ball touched the ground, still getting the ball. That's just terrible. I'm done, man. I don't.
Me too, bro. Me too, man. So I see how stuff seems like it goes against your. No, it's not about going against the Raiders. I don't care about our game. I'm talking about what is happening to other teams. It's not about the Raiders.
Leave it alone. You ain't gonna win that one. Quiet face ain't gonna give it up to you.
No, he ain't gonna give it up. And if they lose the Super Bowl, it's still a fix, bro. It's a cover up there, But I mean, they still look. They there is the thing, Quaff. Is what I'm trying to say is they are there. They got this win streak. They're the like Q said. You got Taylor Swift in the sky. But why does she need to be on the camera? There's many NFL players that date celebrities or married to celebrities. We don't put the camera on them. So why every time Travis Kelce catch the ball or get a first down, they pan the camera on her? I don't understand that. I like Quad because Quad's good. I like them going to go toe to toe, but that is on the refs. But that is that on refs on the team. It may not even be Kansas City. It may not even be them, but it's damn sure the refs. But I'm sorry. I'm not going to talk.
Let Mark get his in.
I got you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, got you. Appreciate you, Q. Yeah. Go. I'm sorry, Mr. Day One. Go ahead, brother. How you feel?
Hey man, it's all good. This is one of the oldest arguments in the history of sports. Referees making questionable calls or missing obvious calls. We've seen it, for the longest time in baseball. I've seen it a lot recently in the NBA with players calling out refs after the game and coaches doing it too. It got so bad in the NBA that the NBA has to put out a report the day after games where they openly admit if the referees missed a call or not. I say this issue specifically in the NFL, the referees, it isn't just with the team with a good barbecue. It happens in other games for other teams all the time. But I think the one reason why it sickens people the most is that the team with a good barbecue is always on the nationally televised game, the solo game, Sunday night, Monday night, whatever, where everybody is watching. And it seems like almost every time that they play, it's always some type of controversial call in that game. And I think the solution comes from taking a page out of the book of college football and taking a page out of the book of the United Football League and spring football, in the sense of you should be able to have a super challenge where that super challenge allows you to challenge anything at all, whether it's did the dude catch it, was that a penalty, holding, whatever call you want to challenge. In the UFL, you can throw out that super challenge and they'll take a look at it. They show the command center. They allow you to listen into the rules official, going over the tape and making the call in real time. You get to see that and it adds transparency to it, to where like you don't question, well, did they really look at it? Did they just call New York and say, well, dude, you're in a tough situation where the fans might riot, so let's make the wrong call and we'll just deal with it later type deal. But I also think for certain penalties, I feel like if the penalty comes with 15 yards, or spot foul, like pass interference, roughing the passer, face mask, those type penalties, I feel like those should be treated like how college football treats targeting, where you call the play on the field, you throw the flag, and then you take a look at it on replay and look at it, because there were a number of times where that approach really would have made a difference in that the divisional round game between Houston and the team to get barbecue, specifically on that play where they tried to say that the two Houston defenders hit Mahomes in the head and everything, but every replay angle you saw, the Houston players hit each other. Mahomes was already sliding on the ground, or when he obviously and blatantly flopped after getting hit and try to garner that sympathy to get the ref to throw the flag. Quarterbacks are the most protected position in sports. So I think replay should be able to look at certain stuff. If the ref does miss a call and it's blatantly obvious on the replay, on the broadcast, the replay officials had the ability to buzz in, say, hey, we missed the call, throw the flag, and enforce a penalty. It should have happened when Minnesota played the Rams with that missed face mask on Sam Darnold. It definitely should have happened earlier in the season when Cincinnati played the team with a good barbecue. I mean, the list goes on, but this is an issue that's been going on since the 1970s. I mean, hell.
True. I agree.
We got screwed by them not using replay during the Immaculate Deception. Houston got screwed on it when Homeboy caught the touchdown in the end zone, but they didn't have replay to see that he got 2 feet in. It's just been an ongoing issue with the sport, and I feel like until the NFL embraces technology more, you can put sensors in the football or sensors in the first down markers to see whether or not the ball crossed the line of game. You don't have situations like you had with Josh Allen, where a first down that could have significantly turned the tide of the football game was taken away from them. Or even going back a couple of years with us hosts, when we played Dallas on Sunday Night Football, and freaking referee did the index card between the line, the gain, and the football.
Oh my God!
Like, you could have technology in place there to take the human error out of it and give you a definitive call, or put sensors on the sideline to see if a dude really did get 2 feet down inbounds on a spectacular sideline catch. Like, I feel like are opportunities for technology to be more integrated into the game, take away these human errors from the refs. And until the NFL does that, you're going to have people like openly starting to question, like, is the fix really in? Is the NFL becoming, like WWE, where the winners are predetermined?
Right. I agree with Mark. Mark hit that on a very, very, very great note going out too as well. Quarfe said if somebody dated somebody's equal status, then I think they will show it. And that's fine, they're going to show it. But damn, we've been saying this since last year. How many times are they going to keep showing it? We know that they're dating. Why you got to keep reminding us every game?
She brings in eyeballs, man. Whether we like it or not, she is a ratings magnet. Anytime they show her on screen, it's a bunch of girls that don't normally watch football that are turning in just so they can see her. So, more viewers, more money for the NFL.
That's true. They can make fakes live on TV. They got yeah, that's true.
Amen.
So going out with this last question, man. Oh, we got 10 minutes. Really quick. How do y'all feel about? Because what I heard is they're going to put a device into the football to determine to determine first downs. Now they're thinking about doing that. Putting a device in the football to determine first downs and goal line touchdowns. How do y'all feel about that, Q?
I mean, anything to get it out of the referee hands that's going to make it. They're coming away. They're like 15 yards away from the play and making the type of judgments that they make, and I ain't going to give it a fair shot. to both sides. Yeah, I'm with it. I mean, it's not gonna do anything to football, you know.
Right. Yeah, that's another issue. Yeah, is it going to do anything to the football? Is it going to make it lighter? Is it going to make it heavier? Is it going to make the spiral not as spirally? Like, you got to think about those things as well. I agree with the dog. Mark, what you think, real quick?
With the way technology is set up these days, I don't think it would affect the physical football too much. I'm with it, but what are we going to do to help referees determine, okay, because we see it all the time, like goal line and short yardage situations. Okay, the ball is here, but where's his knee? Was his knee down before he got to the line of game?
Good point.
So
good point.
Having the sensors in the football and the first down markers would help. But then what are you going to do about determining, all right, how do we see where part of his body was touched down?
That's a goddamn good point. I ain't even think about that shit. Damn, that's a hell of a point, because that need determines a lot too as well.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't even think about that. I don't know what we can do about it. I'm look, as far as the knee, that's okay. I can deal with the knee, but like you both just stated, that they need to really take the human part out of it, the index card and all that. But I know Quarfe is going to battle with me on that. But if you go back, and I promise I'm gonna shut up so we can get out of here. But if you go back to the Minnesota Vikings game, man, and the referee told Janarius Sneed, you don't supposed to take off your helmet. That is unnecessary conduct. That's 15 yards. You do not supposed to take off your helmet, period, unless you're on the side of the field. He took his helmet off in the end zone. And the ref, you could see the ref mouth say, put your helmet back on.
Yeah.
That's one take. And Kevin O'Connell was going down the sideline saying, hey, he took his helmet off. Ain't nobody going to say anything? That's one thing. Okay, two things. A defensive coordinator do not supposed to call a timeout. Only the head coach can call a timeout. Steve Spagnuolo was running down the field, calling timeout, and the referee, again, Spagnuolo is the defensive coordinator. Why is he calling timeout? But it iced the kicker. And guess what? They missed the field goal.
Well, they even showed one time that the guy that holds the yard marker, he called timeout. He whispered to the referee to call timeout, and the referee went up there and called timeout.
Yeah.
So what I mean.
I put two good things out there. Did I not? Did I not put two good things out there? Janarius Sneed taking his helmet off against the Vikings, and the ref literally telling him to put his helmet back on. Kevin O'Connell, you see him going down the field, he were in a rage because he's like, hey, he took his helmet off. Y'all ain't gonna penalize him? Nothing. And the other one was with Steve Spagnuolo calling timeout. You don't supposed to call timeout, and the refs honor it. But then you go back, you got Green Bay coach. He was calling timeout this year. I think it was against the Giants. He was calling timeout, and he was right in the ref's face calling timeout, and he was pissed because they wouldn't even look at him. I gave you two good moments right there. Some I don't care, but some ain't right, man. Some is not right. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. Like with Q, man, I agree with Q. This is disgusting. It's just disgusting. Don't even watch football. What can you do against Kansas City? What can you do? Richard Sherman said the same thing.
That doesn't complete a pass for 3/4 of the game. So
that too. I'm like Richard Sherman, man. How can you guard? How can you put defense on the Kansas City Chiefs? How? There should be a full-time ref and somebody in New York at all times. That's what Mark said. They should do like the UFL.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Do you like the UFL does? You have that command center and open up the transparency between the refs and the head official.
Nah. You're talking about our quarterback, O'Connell. Yeah, that is the best thing Mark ever said to me. That is the biggest. Mark said that they should go with super challenges with like the UFL, man. That is the best thing, I swear. Mark has came up with one of the most best ideas I have ever heard in football. Because I'm serious, bro. Like they really should do that. They really should do that. they should really have a super challenge and a guy that's up there that's going to go over that and make sure things are ran right. I agree with you, Mark, 100,000%. 1,000%. But we made the time. We made the time. Ladies and gentlemen, today we talked about Steve Wilkes, the new defensive coordinator for the New York Jets. Maxx Crosby is excited about Pete Carroll being the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders and the new direction the Raiders are going. And is the NFL really in favor of the Kansas City Chiefs winning 3 Super Bowls in a row? We talk about all that today, man. So again, man, thank you. Quadface, if you're listening, do me a favor, man, because I like where you're going. Do me a favor, man. Can you hit that thumbs up and then hit that subscribe button as well? Can you do that? Subscribe, man. We on every Saturday. No doubt, man. We appreciate you, man. We appreciate you. Hey, man, we on every Saturday. Every Saturday, 1 p.m. Sometimes I coach basketball, so it's kind of up in the air. But we'll be back for sure. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. And we love to hear you in the live chat, man. Every comment you make, I'll try to post it. You may not be on the show, but you're part of it. Part of it. We appreciate that. Appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our show for today, man. As always, we want to thank you for watching another episode of the Real Sports Talk Show, man. Please, before you leave here, hit that like button, that thumbs up button, man, for the legendary Q-Dog and the day one himself, Mr. Young Mark, man. And if you haven't yet, man, and you're watching us for the first time, hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell for all notifications. It will let you know every single time we go live. Again, man, thank you guys for watching. And we're going to get out of here with the legend.
All right, y'all. Glad y'all tuned in today. We had some good topics we talked about today. And hoping to see y'all next week for the Super Bowl podcast. And y'all be safe and take care of one another. We love you.
Yeah, no doubt, baby. No doubt. And we will be back again next Saturday, 1 p.m. with more NFL news. Let me get this right here. Oh, I thought Coffee had said something else. Okay. All right. But yeah, we will be back next Saturday, 1 p.m. with more NFL news. And we're going to be talking about Super Bowl 59. We're going to be talking about that. And we're going to give you our predictions and whatever else that is in the top of the news in the NFL. Whatever it is, man, we will talk about it, man. And we want to hear from you again in the live chat as well. And again, man, drop your comments, your opinions, all that, man, in the live chat. And we do all that. We'll post it, man. Again, you may not be on the show, but you are part of the show once you jump in that live chat. And again, man, we love to hear from you guys as well. Thank you so much for watching today. We appreciate you, man. And remember, man, support mental health. Support mental health as much as you can, man. It is very serious. Support mental health, man. So please continue to do that. That green ribbon, man. Stand strong with it. Nothing wrong with talking to a therapist. Nothing wrong with it. It's actually quite relaxing to me. So, talk to a therapist, find somebody to talk to, but support mental health. Never fight alone. Everybody around the world, man, please be safe and stay safe. See you guys next week for Super Bowl weekend right here on the Real Sports Talk Show. And that's in order.